If you can't watch this 10-minute video, you will never ever build something great. You will never ever surpass your mental issues. You will never ever build a strong physique. You will never ever have a great business or work on something with purpose that gives you money. Obviously, you need money. Or you will never ever find real love. Because if you think you did and you do not do this one thing I will share with you, then it is a scam. Then it is not the reality. And I can tell this to you. I spoke with a lot of millionaires, and this will make me a lot of money. It is. And by the way, if you are now here and think this will be fancy edited and something like that, then do not expect that. Go and watch Mr. Beast and go and watch Imangaji, where you know that you do not get educated, that you just get entertained, and in the end, you wasted 30 minutes or 40 minutes of your life. The most beautiful things are the least shiny ones. That is true. That is really true. That's the reason why one of the best books, the best masterpieces, are those who are rarely, or are those a few percent of the population have read. The reason for that is they focus on the value, not on their marketing, on their shininess. I don't know if that is a word. But let's have a conversation, you and me. And we talk today about one topic that makes you a shit ton of money. And if you can stick this, 10-15 minute video, then I guarantee you from the bottom of my heart that you will get more from the thing you want, okay? But listen carefully. This is not something with intention to sell you something, not something scammy, not something, oh my god, a coach who wants to tell you something. No, this is something that no one wants to tell you because it is so hard to market. But I do not care about the eyeballs I get with this video. If you watch this, if you're the only person who watched this video, my job is done because I helped someone. I know that after this video, I helped someone and I can sleep with a great and good mental state. And you will have one too. Of course, I will make less money, but I do not care. I will rather help one person to reach this goal and just get money from one instead of getting money from 10 and half helping them so to please them, but in the end it is not reality. But let's talk about the topic. And as you mentioned, this video is not fancy edited. It is not weird it is very weird in a way that it is a different YouTube video, no cuts, no edits, nothing, just you and me. We have a conversation, but you can't talk to me. I only can talk to you. We both have a dream, okay? We both have it, and we both are now at a different point in our life. My problem is I do not know where you are, okay? But this year will help me to grow to 8 figures in the next years, okay? And will sustain my health and my relationships. So I do not like this sacrifice everything for growing a business because I think that is rubbish, okay? I would rather grow a business in 10 years and maintain my health and my relationships rather than growing a business in 5 years and sacrificing all of that, because we live more than 5 years. It is mastering the art of boredom. Now you think, fuck, this 5-minute video was a waste of time. But please think of this. You might hear the birds outside. I don't know. My window's open. But think of this. What I try to do is I want to bring you in a state of boredom. I talk slowly, calmly, with no real up and downs in my voice, and I do not want to encourage you to do something, right? I just want to talk to you. And I want to do this because you need to question how you feel. How do you feel right now? It is weird, right? It is, you want to be on your phone, you want to watch YouTube, you want to watch some other nasty stuff, you want to video game, you want to distract, I don't know, you even want to go eating because it is more pleasurable than watching this video. And you have the choice, so feel free to do this. But I will promise you will not get rich if you always avoid the truth, okay? I can tell you this. I am not wise. I'm only 19 years old, okay? But to be fair, I have an IQ of 140 and I learned pretty fast and I started this whole stuff in the age of 15, okay? So a little bit of experience, but not that much. Okay? I still learn. You will learn, me too. But this masterpiece was the greatest I received. Mastering the art of boredom. And I mean by that, if you want to get these shiny objects, these things, a few percentile of people really have. If you want to reach this, if you want to have this hypercar, if you want to have this 0.01% physique, if you want to have this wife that will love you for 70 years, if you want to have this, then you can't go the ordinary way. And the ordinary way is distraction and doing the things that are fun, you know? If your goal is to do the pleasurable things, then it's alright. Feel free to do it. It's totally fine. I love if people really care about. I love that people, that not everyone cares about this extraordinary stuff, and that some people want to do the stuff they currently do. But then please don't blame your current situation, okay? For example, my girlfriend, she doesn't want to do extraordinary stuff, okay? She lives in a good family and she likes her life. She loves the maintenance and she loves the stuff, and a lot of my old friends do this too. But they do not complain, okay? That is what you need to realize. If they are happy in their situation, why should they change? But you obviously watch the video because you are unhappy in your current situation, okay? So why should you stay? And I can tell you, your situation will not change by hitting another, I don't know how it's called, town hall in Clash of Clans, another milestone in, or another rank up in any video game, or a new sword in some game, or in a new fancy edited video. It is by actually doing the stuff and finding the pleasure in how to do the stuff. And how to find pleasure in doing the stuff? Well, it's pretty easy. That is something billionaires and millionaires do. And that is something that will make me a billionaire or a millionaire, multi-millionaire. It is just doing the things long enough and facing resistance, okay? I will go with you into a little bit of psychology. Now for example, I will show you a book that no one shares with you, okay? There is an author called Jung, okay? A German psychologist. And he has a theory about our dark side, the dark side of our soul, why we don't do the things. I teach people that we have two sides, the sinister whisperer and the virtual mentor. You want to grow, of course, right? You want to grow, but then you always have something below you that drains you, that holds you back from reaching a goal, and that is the sinister whisperer. This sinister voice that always keeps you away from track. But now we need to think, why the heck is that the case? And that's pretty easy. Because that is your personality. But you need to identify it, okay? You play video games because there is a need you need to fulfill with playing the video games, okay? Think, if you procrastinate, what's the need that gets fulfilled with this exercise? That means when you now watch a streamer on platforms like Twitch, okay? When you watch something like KSI and all of these people, then the need of friendship gets fulfilled, okay? That's pretty easy. Because now you have a connection. It is so comfortable. You just need to click 2 times, and instead of driving to a friend and talking to him, you now have him available and you now can talk to him. But this is not reality, okay? And there are thousands of needs. For example, another need is the need for growth. That's why I want to play video games, because we, especially we as men, 99% of people here watching are men, mostly we as men, you want to grow, okay? You want to grow because then you feel worthy in your world, and you feel worthy and have something that makes you feel proud, okay? And therefore we level up in games. That's why video games with ranking systems or with leveling up weapons are so popular. It's because it fulfills the need for growth. Okay? There is a need of status. That means if you clothe properly, for example, if you have a nice watch or something like that, then this need gets fulfilled. And then there is a need of either a narcissism need, that you need to be, that people need to tell you that you are great. For example, that's what I want often, but I do not want to do it publicly. I want that people inspire me, you know? You need to understand your needs. And I can tell this to you. This dark side will always be with you. This is part of your personality. You have the great wisdom of growth, you know? You have this great angel that wants you to achieve these things. But what is a knight without the dragon? The bigger your goal, the bigger the enemies, the bigger the strains are that pull you down and that hinders you. And the only thing you can do is, it is not fancy, but it's hard, is to do the stuff consistently over time and time. And say to yourself, fuck off, I do not care about this, but I will fulfill your needs, but I will channel this towards another obligation. And a different obligation is work or your passion. You know? Action. It is action. You now know that you have these deeply rooted needs inside of you. You know them. We all have the needs. For example, do you know why people watch pornography? The reason for that is because they have a need for intimacy, deeply rooted. Some people have more, others less. Therefore, others are more likely to be attracted, to be attached to this, and others are less likely, okay? Others are more or less, okay? You get it. But now, you think, I get it. But what to do? Find it out for yourself. That's something no one can do for you. Because most of the therapists don't want to do it because they do not even know their own deep voices, dark voices, you know? How the hell can someone explain you something properly or investigate something properly for you when they can't do it for themselves? The human being is so egoistic. We always want to treat ourselves first. So if someone can't even treat himself or herself first, then you should never ever care about this person. For example, if you have a wealth expert, why should you get wealth tips from him, okay? You only get tips from me, or you only listen to me now because I told you in the last videos, in this video I didn't tell this to you by the way, that I own an 8-figure potential company, so I have a lot of proof. Next videos I will show you something like, I don't know, Stripe or any of that stuff, but I do not really care about that. And you know that I am healthy, that I have expertise, that I have the high quality partners, that I have all of that stuff, okay? That I am healthy. I had cancer, I had trauma, I had all of these bad nightmares, I had bad burnout for 2 months, and I surpassed it. So now you think, well, he has the solution for a problem I have, and therefore you listen to me, okay? And therefore you need to find it out for yourself. Find the things out to get the conclusion. And then the only thing you need to do is do the boredom stuff, okay? Next video is about how I can schedule my life for boredom, or how, I don't know. I just want to explain you how I fix my sleep schedule and why I literally structure my whole day, you know? That is simply the reason. Because I identified my inner dark demons. I know how to please them, but I please them by channeling it to work, for example. I do now have something, okay, with intimacy, it's kind of different. You need to have a partner for this, okay? Or, I don't know, you need to have more natural bonding, okay? So I do not encourage you to buy a woman or something like that, but that is more healthy than watching pornography, okay? So No pro tips here. But for example, if you have the craving for status, then do it in your work. Then find the status by presenting to your clients or to a prospect how great your work is, and then you feel high valuable, okay? Or by attention, produce videos like I do. This is how I get the attention, okay? I could make Instagram posts with me and women and yacht and all these kids who are doing this, okay? But you shouldn't do that, because that is the same thing you need to avoid. That is the thing that makes you sick. That is the thing that will prevent you from growing. Boredom will always win, and you win by action. And by action, you show the quality, and quality always win. They might have a great life for 3 months, or 6, or 1 year, but I will have one for 50, 60, 70, 80. I do not know how old I will get. I will have pleasure for the rest of my life by working, by doing the stuff that makes my life great, and by actually loving this. But it's a hard trip. You will need 1 year to do this. It doesn't. If you watch the video how to earn 10k a month in 30 days, it is a scam. You will maybe earn 10k once a month, but not consistently. If you want to build something sustainable, it is always slow. Watch Jeff Bezos building Amazon. 15, 16, 17 years non-profit. 17 years. That's how old you are, maybe. And you think you can build an 8-figure company in 1 month? What the hell? Pain and action will help you. Find a way to hide your demons. Do the thing that hurts the most. I told this to you. And embrace boredom. Do things that are boredom. And every time you face resilience, you face this sinister whisper that wants to prevent you from growth. Slap him in the eyes and in the face, not in the eyes, and tell him, fuck off, I will do it anyway. And you will get pleasure after that. It is hard to explain when you never did it. And people often say, hey, why not just enjoy life? You can do it, but you will live in delusion and feel pain afterwards, because the delusion will end and you will face reality sooner or later. It can be with 80 years lying in your deathbed, or 25 years or 35 having a burnout. But you will face reality. Why not face reality now? Do this. Stay calm, stay quiet, or stay happy. Help other people and embrace boredom.